Everyone, welcome back to my channel, Watcher of the Forest. How are you doing today? Just saw 12:13 on the timer. Anyways, thank you so much to everyone who likes, subscribes, and comments on my channel. I love you all so much. Thank you for your support. To my ancestors, angels, and benevolent spirit guides, known and unknown, thank you so much for your guidance, protection, through every realm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. So let's get into this reading. It's for the collective, okay? This reading, I believe I'm talking to a single person. Could be male or female, all right? So this person, whoever you are coming up to some competition in your life and you're not sure how you can rise above it, right? I mean, there's competition in the workplace, there's competition in the dating life, right? There just seems to be competition in all areas of our lives now, right? Competition, competition. Um, it can be fierce, right? But it can also bring out the best in you, depending on how you go about it, right? I mean, I think if someone wants to compete with you at a workplace, if it's done, you know, with your boss included and it's healthy and positive and room for growth, I say go for it. If it's something to, backstab or something like that, no, just no. You're just not going to do that, right? So you understand that, yes, there are challenges in everything, competition challenges, but you want to look for the competition that brings you growth in your life. I mean, you need to learn something from it, right? You need to extract the wisdom out of it. Um, how does that serve you? Does it serve you for your highest good? I hope so, right? I believe that's what you're going for. The wisdom from this competition, whatever it is in your life. If it's for your highest good, then go for it, right? So in this reading came out the Queen and King of Pentacles. So I believe you're going to meet someone, either you're a woman meeting a man or you're a man meeting a woman, but you're both abundant. You both have the same qualities, I want to say. How awesome is that? So the Queen of Pentacles, you are abundant on your own, right? Keeping balance between emotions and practicality is a virtue. How can you balance your practical and nurturing sides in creating abundance? Well, I've always said if you want to create more abundance, what do? You go out and help other people, right? And then you get blessed with good karma from the universe. Oh, I saw you helping that person. Here's your good karma. Here's more abundance, you know. And all of a sudden on a Thursday your boss says, "You know what? You're doing a great job. I'm going to give you a raise." There you go, abundance. And your boss didn't even know that you helped out this other person. That's how God works in mysterious ways, right? It really is. And then you're out celebrating with the 7 of Cups. You're celebrating, but you're kind of using your imagination, right? You have a lot of choices. Are there too many options to make a decision? There can be, right? But you're going to weed them out. You're going to look at each one, the pros and cons, and you're going to weed out the ones that aren't good for your highest good, right? You always want to go for something, whatever it is, for your highest good, because that's where you're going to succeed and that's where you're going to bring in the most prosperity and health for yourself, because prosperity and health go hand in hand, right? And then you're going to come to the end of a cycle and you're going to see it as that. It's an end of a cycle. Maybe that competition that you wanted to be for your highest good turned out to be the other person had other, I want to say, other thoughts instead. And maybe they said something to your boss that was a lie, right? And you had to work it out with your boss and tell them, I came to this competition with good intentions for my highest good. I wanted to know what I could grow from, what growth I would learn from this competition. I had nothing about You know, it wasn't about deceiving someone else. So your boss understood you were the good person, the other person was kind of like the bad person looking to undermine and undercut you, right? So that was the end of a difficult, I want to say, cycle or chapter in your life. You're going to let that go. You're going to heal from it, right? Always heal from it. You're going to journal, write down everything that you learned, what growth you were able to obtain in yourself, right? Within yourself. And you're going to let that go. You're going to let that ending go with that person because that person probably got fired, right? The company that you work for isn't all about undermining people, isn't about taking advantage of other people. It's about helping people, right? Helping people achieve success, even if it's just success within themselves or success outwardly also, right? And then whoever took that person's position is a king of pentacles. And he's the leader, and he protects, and he's financially and emotionally stability, right? He's also generous, and he's also in leadership. How can I use my financial resources and leadership skills to create stability and prosperity? I believe that's something that both of you are going to have meetings on, right? How can we further this company for everyone's highest good, right? Because when you do that, everyone succeeds, not just you two, but everyone does, right? So, and the next card is justice. The future depends on what we do in the present. Balance is the key to everything. Isn't that correct? So, the future that you two are having within your company depends on what you're doing in the present moment, right? And you're setting your goals for everyone in the company, and you're expecting everyone to achieve them, right? How can you balance the scales of justice in your life? By fairness, by being fair to everyone. These are the expectations that we have for you. And if you do this, it's all going to be for your highest good. You're going to achieve great things. You're going to have health and success and wealth in your life, right? And it's a good balance. You know, if you need the time off, yes, you can have it because we want you to have a good family work balance life, right? And the next card is the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Try not to rush the process. Yes, you both understand. In order to get the other employees on board, you know, we have to approach it slow and steady. It can't just be chop, 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 hurry, hurry, hurry. You know, we want to get to this level of success. You're already working for a successful company. I mean, the only place to go is, you know, higher and higher, right? But it has to be done slow and steady wins the race. You all work very hard for your success. You're all very reliable. When the client calls, you're there, right? Whatever this business is that you're working in. But do not be tempted by temptations. Maybe there's a company out there that is trying to undermine your business, right? Who knows? Maybe there's a company out there is trying to poach you, one of you, the queen or the king. You know, maybe they're trying to poach you, right? Because they see the value that you bring to your company, right? You can't fall into those temptations because once you do, it's a slippery slope, right? It really is. It gets you thinking, I know, what if? What if I did this? What if I left? What if I went for this person? Sometimes when you leave and go to follow your temptation into another company, you know, that company might keep you on for 6 months and then say, oh, you know, we're going to get rid of you. Do you know what I mean? So it's always best to stay, you know, where you've got it. You've already got it. You've already got everything that you need, right? And the next card is the Lovers. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation, right? I believe you both as a king and queen, you're showing your other coworkers that you work with that you appreciate them, right? You're showing them love. Oh, maybe you're holding a company party. You know, this is for the success we did in March. Bravo to all of you, right? We're showing our appreciation. We all have partnerships within each employee. Each coworker is a partnership within the other person, right? We all work together in unity. We all show harmony and we all make good choices, right? And if we're stuck, we can ask someone else because we're not in an unhealthy competition with each other. We're in competition with each other for growth, personal growth, growth in our wealth, right? In our health, and what we can achieve from this, what we can grow within ourselves, right? What a beautiful reading for someone out there. Okay, let's see these cards. The single life. Embrace your independence, expand your horizons, and enjoy the solo journey. When you're your best self, you attract the best, right? And you do. There's a Queen and Queen of Pentacles here. You attracted the king or you attracted the queen, whichever you are, right? I am light. The light within me shines brightly, surrounding and protecting me. I remain joyful and radiant no matter the circumstances. Like a diamond, I reflect my true splendor and embrace my worthiness as a divine being. Yes, I do believe you're all staying in the light, right? The light of God's love and God's abundance. So you're all staying within the light. Wavering commitment may be delaying progress. Renew your dedication to your goal. Yeah, sometimes you do waver a little bit, right? Especially when you are tempted by other companies who might want to poach you or poach your work, right? But as I said earlier, renew your dedication to your goal, right? You're all in it for the same goal. You all work great together, you know. You've weeded out the people who aren't there for everyone's highest good, right? You've gotten clarity. Clarity. A clear vision directs energy efficiently. Know what you want and why you want it. Define your intention in specific detail. The more clarity you have, the stronger the manifestation, right? When you all work together, everyone gets clarity. Everyone knows what their role is in this endeavor that you're doing, right? Everyone knows what it is. So everyone gets clarity. Nobody's left in the dark. You know, no one's left thinking, oh, geez, I don't know what my role is, right? No, everyone knows what their role is. Everyone does. And then when you all know what your intention is, right, and what your clarity is, you all have strong manifestations. Everyone does well. It's not a dog-eat-dog world in your company. Everyone looks out for everybody else, you know. If someone's not doing well in their sales, well, people rally next to them and help them out. Maybe they coach them in, you know, the words they're saying, or they coach them in their approach, right, until their sales come up, right? Everybody looks out for everybody else. It's very commendable how you're operating in your work life, I have to say. A guardian angel is watching over you. Feel their presence. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't have a lot of success in life without God and your spiritual team right behind you. Or I want to say right beside you, right? So one affirmation for this reading, please, spiritual team. I am proud of the person I have become. Isn't that awesome? You are proud of the person that you have become. You didn't give into ugly, deceitful competition, right? So I am nurturing my physical, emotional, and mental well-being with self-care and kindness. Yeah, you're just looking out for everyone, right? Not just for yourself, but everyone, because you're all working together. So I love this reading for you. I hope it helped, and I hope you got something from it. So I will see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.